I don't know, some things, sometimes you get ready to do something extraordinary and you just have a kind of a little lag in momentum. I won't say it's unwillingness to do it. It's just you get a little, I don't know, it's almost like you're walking in slow motion. You've planned it, you know what you need to do, you're ready, you think you're ready. And then the time comes to do it and it's almost like performance anxiety. Uh, yeah, this leg is a little bit more challenging than the first. The first I didn't have an idea what I was getting into either. I mean, I've never crossed Illinois on a bike. And even when I wanted to complain, I just couldn't because it wasn't that hard. But this leg, I feel like I will be tested way further than I have on the first leg. So in the back of my mind, that's spinning. I'm looking at the time deadline, 11 days, 400 miles. You know, that's nothing to sneeze at. You know, and I'm not worried about being a mid-40s untrained cyclist because I left last week and I've covered in full tip of a state. So anything's possible if you put your mind to it. But I don't know, maybe I'll get closer to figuring out what this is, what I'm feeling. But I do promise to share it with you as I discover what it is. The thing I discovered with cycling is that being alone and engaged in something active, you got plenty of time to think and work things out. Ideas come to mind that wouldn't come to mind because you're busy or you got noise and music and people talking at you. You know how that goes. You know, I liken it to someone that's single, that's alone for the most part, that thinks freely. They don't have distractions or interruptions. And then I think about people that have kids or they're around people that like to gossip or complain. You know, it's just hard to carve out a moment to yourself where you can just be clear and get downloads of information. So I look forward to the time on the trail. I'm still working out my energy levels. I just had a nice break at the pump house. It's one of the first attractions on the Great Allegheny Passage. I just really wanted to be out of the gate with a little more vigor than I have. But, you know, it's first day. Um, I got a little bit later start. We had a few snafus, things that, you know, couldn't be avoided. Well, could have been avoided, but just weren't. But I got to the trail late, and I just didn't quite have an idea what video I wanted to shoot. I knew where I wanted to shoot it, but I didn't quite have an idea how to structure it. Normally, I don't plan my videos. I'll have an idea that lingers in my mind, and I just know that, okay, I got to get to that site, this angle, the bike here. You know, it'll all be crystal clear in my mind, so I just act on that. I don't really put a lot of work into scripting and saying just a certain thing. I just hit record, stand in front, record it, shut it down, pack it up, move on to the next site. And it's just quick like that, you know. Now, for those that put a lot more time into editing, man, I admire your work because that takes time to get different angles, different shots, different perspectives, voiceovers, music. You know, it's a big deal to do that while you're riding a ride. I don't have the luxury of time. I mean, I probably could carve out some time to really put something creative together, but I'm using my iPhone SE, and that's not an excuse. I mean, this phone can do some amazing things, but I just don't want to spend that amount of time cutting together clips and editing, and it's limited. iMovie is very functional, but somewhat limited on what it can do. So it's probably a world of functions and things that I could learn to do with it, and I will in time, but for the sake of the brevity that I have each moment to record, document, and store it in the cloud, I gotta hit it, get it, store it, and put it away and keep going. So just get ready for a lot of, you know, just interesting things that I think are interesting. I'm not sure if you'll look at it and go, hey, that's cool. You might go, wow, it's a bench. It's a wooden bench. Why is he taking a picture of that? But what I enjoy, you may not, but believe me, at some point you will find something interesting, I hope. I want you to come along for the ride, so I'll document things that are a little bit more unique than what you may see on a tour. So enough rambling, I gotta get going. So I just thought I'd record this and just say, I'm still going, I'm still feeling pretty good. You know, I'm not Superman right now, but I'm doing okay. So I got about 2.5 hours till sunset. I will be stopping at about the 1.5, borderline 2 hour mark to start figuring out where I'm going to sleep. The trail is actually not open at all after sunset, which I'm not going to be out here anyway, so don't worry about that. I've seen spray paint and, you know, some other questionable things, so there's a different element walking around here after dark. I will not be out here with them. Worst case scenario, if I'm not in the area of a campground, I will push onward somewhat and find a resident that may not mind me camping out in their yard, so we'll see how that goes. But either way, I will document where I sleep, how I went about it, and the campsite, so you can see that for yourself. It may be helpful for those that are a little leery about knocking on doors, because I was that person. And, you know, pass on the information. So, gotta get going. See you later. Okay, I'm taking you along with me as I climb this hill. And it is a doozy. I wish I had another reference point so you can see I'm going borderline straight out. It could be steeper, but it's steep enough. And it's in a remote side of town, so there's nobody out here. Not one business is open. I saw one lonely little kid on a BMX, and he looked like he was lost, so this is about as remote as it gets. To my right looks like a well-worn gravel pathway, maybe a road. It doesn't pay to look off trail, does it? Yeah, I was not too thrilled to see me on his side of the trail, but I thought I had it by myself. I thought I had it to myself. I don't care either way. But I was told on the way to this campground there's a massive hill. I wasn't made aware of where it was, but this appears to be that hill. This kind of reminds me of the Niagara Escarpment in Canada. It started out really tame, and before long just kept winding its way around. I have a picture on my entry, my travel log for that ride, where I'm sweating and I'm breathing so strong I can inhale and exhale full-size animals out of both nostrils. That was one hell of a climb, and I was on a Brompton, the worst bicycle to climb anything with. With 16-inch wheels, I mean, you can imagine how many pedal revolutions it takes just to keep it going on flat ground. And that's averaging 8.5 miles an hour. I'm probably doing 4 to 5 miles an hour now because I've got all this gear. But the real test of how bad a hill is giving you a workout is if you can still have a conversation while you're engaged in the activity. And I'll tell you what, I like doing these videos to show you what I see, but it also tells me what my fitness level is. If I can't keep a thought and talk to you while pedaling, something is seriously wrong. Is there more to this hill, or does it flatten out at this point?
Huh?
Is there more to this hill?
You'll just follow up that grade, then you're going to start going down.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Okay, let's be real. She was busty. I could not have that on camera. Trying to keep this clean. And in fact, I'll have to edit that out. If someone shows us footage of a kid, hey Dad, what's busty? Oh wow. And wait, there's more. Okay, so we're up pretty high above the roadway now. This is kind of what I deal with on the road. Trails with very little to see. How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. We live in an age where everyone's recording something. So, as common courtesy, I try to aim the camera away from ladies and other people on the trail who may not like to see themselves on the internet later. The chances of them knowing who I am and how to look me up is so small. But common courtesy is to not put someone's information, image, and otherwise on the internet without their permission. Have them sign a release, and they can't do that if they're running past and they don't know what I'm doing. So, just so much easier to turn the camera away for a moment. You'll notice that throughout my footage. If I see someone approaching, I'll turn the camera down or away. Just puts people at ease. Okay, there may be hope for us after all. We may be about to crest this hill. I think it is. So you know what I gotta do now? I gotta kick in the turbo boost. But first I gotta put the phone away because I'm not gonna be able to lose that. Still need to be able to reach out to you guys. Show you what I'm seeing. So that's enough for this video. I will see you next time.